Hello people, today we're going to design an onboarding screen for a cycle maintenance app. So let me take you through the steps. So I'll insert an artboard for iPhone 8 Plus. So we have this here. And after that, what we need is a status bar. So we'll start out with a status bar on top. I'll insert a black bar. And I'm going to stretch it to fit the width of the screen. Once that is done, we need the center area to contain an image. So this can be a cycle or an infographic. Let's align its center. So after that, let's insert a headline. For the font, let's select DIN condensed. And then increase the size to about 24. Yeah. Okay, so let's insert a line of text here. Oh, that is a little too much. Let's delete this and place it here. Okay, so after that, there is going to be some copy text here at the bottom of this. For that, we'll use a size of 18. We'll use a different typeface for that. SF Pro Text. Let's decrease it to 14 regular. Okay, let's insert some text here. Okay. And after that, we are going to use some buttons here. So these will be next. Let's align this to right. Place it here. Let's copy it and align this one to left. Let's change it to previous. Okay, what I'll do is I'll transform these two to uppercase. Select these, group them, then I'll center both of them. Now I'll select it again and then ungroup it. So I have like perfectly aligned left and right buttons. Now after that, what we need to do is put in some page markers here. So I'll draw some epsilons. So 1, 2, 3. So we are going to need 3 pages. I'll distribute all 3 of these and then remove the outline from these 2. Okay, group them, align them center. Yeah. Okay, so we have a wireframe for our design. Now let's put in some images and then play with the weight of the text, and let's see how the design progresses. I'll copy this. This will be a wireframe. So in the first screen, what we want to communicate is that this app can help you understand your bike more. So that's what we want to communicate here. So what I have in mind is like a picture of a cycle in the middle of this rectangle, and then maybe some information hanging right next to the bike. Let's pull in an image. So we have the images, and I want to use this one. Let's resize it. Maybe a little smaller. Yeah, about that much. So this will be Know Your Bike. And this will be some text. We'll update it later. What I'll do is I'll increase the size of this to 28. Actually 32. And also I'll transform this to uppercase. Yeah, that's right. That looks good. And I'll also move these guys here. Okay, these are centered, epsilons are here. So this will be the first page. So in the second screen, what we want to communicate is what is the compatibility of a certain part to the cycle. So the person can know about what upgrades he can go for. So upgrade compatibility, yeah, compatibility. So I'm going to move this to the left. I'm going to increase the size, maybe a little bigger. Oh, this looks good. This looks good. And then here I want to put in all the components that are compatible with the cycle. So I have the images here. I'm going to pull in the images. So this image, okay, it's here. It's really big. I'm going to resize it. And then I'm going to import the rest of the images also. So these are really big images. Now this one would come here. And then the cranks, and after that the wheels. So what we want to communicate is that these are the parts that go with this cycle. So these are the parts that will be compatible with the cycle. So why I'm arranging them like this is because I have an animation in mind, and later I'm going to animate it. So maybe I'll make a new tutorial and I can show you how I do it. The last panel tells the user that this app also has a functionality of telling the user when a part is going to wear out. So this will be when to replace. And for these I have a different image. Let's bring it in. This one. I'm going to increase the size. So there'll be small markers on different parts of the bike. Okay, so we have all these three panels. Now in the first panel we want to add some additional information. So it'll be like this, and then some text here. I will align it left, and then I'll align it right with the line on the top. This will be something like aero bars or a Mipsum. After that we have the powertrain. This will be Shimano Dior. And we'll have one for the frame. I'll align this to the left. This will be frame. This can be like carbon Di2. This can be carbon. Okay. Okay, so this is complete. Okay. So in this panel we need to add some markers. I'm going to create an oval. And let's give it a color of green. So one for the seat, one for the wheel, and then for the derailleur, then for the crankshaft, and then for the headstock. Okay, now we want to highlight this area, so I'll add some outline, and I will add the same color, increase the thickness. I'll put it to outside, increase the thickness to about 3, and then set this color a little lighter. Yeah. So for the page markers, I'm going to change it to green. I'm going to assign the same color. Okay. This is a group. I'll remove the border. So this is the third page. This is the third panel. So for the first two, I'm going to set the opacity to maybe 60. Actually lighter. 30. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to copy this to all the pages. Now this is the first panel. I'm going to increase the opacity to 100. I'm going to set it 30. Here also I'm going to set this to 100 and this one to 30. And this is fine. So now this is going to be the first panel, so this is not needed. This is the middle panel and this is the last panel. So this is going to be start. Let's change the color to green. Okay, so we have the 3 panels for our onboarding. So we started with a wireframe and we have these 3 panels. For this, I'll change the color of these 3 lines to green. Also, what I want to do is reduce the size to about 12. Okay. And capitalize the first label. So this will be aero bars. Powertrain. Now this needs a little more width. So the width is 58. For all of these, I'm going to assign the same width. 58. 58. And align it with this line. Okay, this is fine. Let's add in some realistic data here. And let's also change this copy text. This will be check out the detailed information about the group set, the bike uses, and other components. For the second one, we'll have with our compatibility mapper, see what upgrades are compatible with your bike. For the third one, syncs with your bike computer to give you notifications about when to replace part. Okay, so we have 3 panels for our onboarding screen. Okay, so that's all for now, guys. See you next time.